Today we will be solving for the derivative of this function using the chain rule. So here we have that f of x is made up of two separate terms. We will call the first term g of x, and we will call the second term h of x. If you recall the sum rule, we know that f prime of x is equal to g prime of x plus h prime of x. And so what we are going to do is solve g of x and h of x separately and then put them together. Let's consider g of x equals to 2x plus 5 squared. Using the product rule, we know that g prime of x is equal to the derivative of 2 times x plus 5 squared plus the derivative of x plus 5 squared times 2. But the derivative of 2 is 0, and so we can ignore that term. And we will simply consider 2 times the derivative of x plus 5 squared. To simplify this, let's pretend that x plus 5 is the variable m. So we simply have m squared, and so we use the power rule to get 2 times x plus 5. But we still have to deal with the x plus 5 in the middle, and because of the chain rule, we have to multiply this amount by the derivative of what's on the inside, which is simply 1, and so we multiply by 1 and simplify to get 4 times x plus 5, and if you wish to expand, you get 4x plus 20. Now let's consider h of x, which is x cubed times x squared minus 1 cubed. H prime of x is equal to the derivative of x cubed, because of the product rule, times x squared minus 1 cubed. So we get 3x squared times x squared minus 1 cubed, plus x cubed multiplied by the derivative of x squared minus 1 cubed. Just like we did with g of x, let's take k as a placeholder for x squared minus 1. So now we simply have k cubed, and so we use the power rule to get 3 times x squared minus 1 multiplied by the derivative of x squared minus 1, which is 2x. I forgot this earlier, but there should be a squared. And so if we simplify this, we get 3x squared times x squared minus 1 cubed plus 6x to the 4 times x squared minus 1 squared. And we can simplify this even more because we see that we have like terms. And so we can factor out 3x squared and x squared minus 1 squared. And we multiply these two terms by x squared minus 1 plus 2x squared. Simplifying this even more, we get 3x squared times x squared minus 1 squared times 3x squared minus 1. Now that we have g prime of x and h prime of x, we put it together to get f prime of x. For this example, we did not have to factor, and so we will leave it like this.